to another episode of the Urban Homesteading channel. If this is your first time visiting with us, we want to extend to you a very warm welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. If today is your birthday, we want to wish you a very happy birthday. So in one of our previous episodes, we mentioned we've purchased this from a second-hand store, and this is a sewing machine table, right?
Right.
And today we're going to start the refinishing. I say we start because, of course, we're not going to finish it in one day. And we're going to focus on showing you the steps and what you need and how to go about the process. So if you are interested in refinishing furniture and repurposing them from a second-hand store, which is a great way, we really like the look of this, right? It has very nice lines, it's very well made. I mean, even after all these years, it's very sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's something that interests you, stick around and we're going to give you a lot of tips and tricks on how to do it. We're not going to finish today this project, but we are thinking there's going to be a lot of valuable information for you. So finding a good piece in a second-hand store usually, or maybe in a yard sale, can provide you with a great opportunity to refinish something, reuse it instead of being destroyed and thrown away as a pile of trash, right? Now, the tools that you will need for this can be surprisingly straightforward and simple, right? You will need some scrapers, and here we have a typical scraper, and this one is a contour scraper, right? This comes with a variety of different blades for different contours, and this is very, very useful. So you will not damage with this flat scraper coves and things of this nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
A screwdriver is a good thing.
Okay.
And we have a putty knife because I couldn't find my 5-in-1 tool.
Mm-hmm.
The 5-in-1 is a little better because a little sturdier, right? It's a little... These will work, however, in a pinch.
Right.
That's all the tools you need, plus a lot of patience, right, Elpida?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a process that will take you some time.
Mm-hmm.
You will not finish in a day. This is not a fast thing. What? Oh, and
we did use a couple chisels.
And don't use your best chisels for that. I have all my chisels together, but these are my bad chisels, and this is my good chisels.
Mm-hmm.
My bad chisels.
Yeah. Not as good quality.
Right. We're talking about quality here. So it is useful. Oh, I forgot the gun. So when you have veneer, this is becoming an invaluable tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because while in all pieces of furniture, some veneer is fairly easy to remove, there are going to be parts of your veneer that they're going to fight you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there is no better tool than this to soften the glue. Mm-hmm. And by the way, you can do that if you want to take apart pieces of a furniture, that this will make the glue easier to break apart the bond. So this is a great tool to have in your arsenal. But everything you see here is what you need to do a furniture repair and upgrade or repurposing.
Refinish.
Refinishing.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a singer?
Yes.
So here it is with an antique sewing machine on, and it is an original Singer. So while our intent is to replace the sewing machine with a modern one, so Miss Wizard can use it, we are definitely going to keep the sewing machine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And restore it. So the first step will be to remove the hardware here. You might want to come here. Which is what keeps the sewing machine to the table, right? So we're going to remove these two pieces of hardware. On the other side, it's held by a little door. Is that what you're going to call that, right? Okay. Now keeping in mind, I've never done this before. So we're going to assume I know what I'm doing, right?
We're winging it. But so far it looks like these two flathead screws.
We have to keep them for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it will pull out now. I mean, we're going to see, but I cannot imagine anything else holding it.
Okay.
Yep.
Quick and easy. And so it's just these little, it's just a little.
I would say that this cable needs replacing.
My thing.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, we need something to cut it. Hold on. You can leave it. So here we are. As you can see, this cable was very dangerous.
It's crumbling. Yeah.
So we're going to cut it so we can remove the sewing machine.
There we go.
And we're going to repair this for our new one and clean it and so forth, right? So the next step, should we turn it over and see, do you want to remove this or not? I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I don't think it really serves a purpose for the new one.
Okay.
So with the sewing machine out of the way, we're investigating, we're looking at the piece. Again, as we suspected, this is solid wood, just in really poor shape, right? The hardware works still, and I don't see a reason to remove it, this piece of hardware, right? This piece of hardware, we might remove just to refinish it. We don't know yet, right? To refinish the piece of hardware, I mean.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're going to leave it attached. So for now, we're going to close it. So we can start the top repair. And one of the best ways to actually remove paint or stain or anything is using a scraper, right?
Okay.
So we're going to scrape the top. And we'll be right back. As you can see, it does a pretty decent job of removing material and in a fairly fast manner, right, Mrs. Wizard?
Yep.
Faster than sanding and definitely cleaner than sanding, right?
For the most part. Right?
Now that doesn't mean you don't have to sand. We're going to sand in a little bit so we see our progress, right? So we're going to sand in a little bit to compare the part that we are working on to the part that we've not worked on yet. And we're going, of course, to show you the difference. We also bought a contour scraper, which, as you can see, works really nicely in areas like this, right? Now, this is the first time that in our refinishing we're using scrapers. In the past, we have solely relied on, sanding, right? But so far, I think it's a better option. What do you think?
So far.
But I noticed that the cheaper one is making the scraping sound. This one does, right? Maybe it is the metal
Maybe.
that causes the issue. And here clearly you can see all the material that the scraper took off in a fraction of the cost, in a fraction of the time that we will have done if we were using just a sander, right? Even an orbital sander. So we're very happy with that. And now we're going to sand this surface, which we've scraped, to show you the difference between the finished and the unfinished side. Okay. And here we start. And with a wet cloth, we get the first kind of look of the surface and we decide if we want to do any more finishing or not. Our cloth is not extremely wet, but you know, we are getting an idea, right? So we need to make a little repair here, and I will use our sustainable patty for that. But you can see the difference between this and this, right? Even without any other finish. So we are on to a good start. And here you can see we have not touched that piece, right? The small part of this has not been touched. So here on the side we see the veneer really in horrible shape, and I don't know how to repair it. Maybe someone with better skill can repair it, but I don't have the skill for that. So we're going to remove it.
You can always re-veneer the piece, but we decided to go another route and create a more modern piece while preserving the quality of the wood and the overall look of the piece. So in any case, if you cannot repair the veneer, you can always re-veneer it.
Interesting, it doesn't look like bad wood grain underneath there, right?
I don't think it is. It's definitely not the same quality of wood though.
No, but I mean, the wood grain is still very beautiful.
Yeah. Sí que encaja. All right, so we're going to finish that, and we'll show you the end result. So if you have a stubborn piece of veneer stuck, use a wide chisel, and it really does a fantastic job, right?
Yep.
And as you can see, now we figure out that this is a late 30s piece, 1938, right?
Yep.
So we are going to be careful to take really good care of this, right?
Yep.
This is a beautiful and worth preserving piece of furniture.
Do you want to talk about the machine at all?
Not right now.
Okay.
So the other side was not as kind to us. I mean, it is not bad, but clearly it is a little more.
The glue is still holding a little bit.
So we're going to use our trusty heat gun to soften the glue, and then we're going to just take it away, right? Then we should stay here. All right. This is as much fun as watching grass grow, so we're going to do it and get back to you with any tips or tricks.
So as it warms, the glue is releasing, and that's making the piece pop up. There it goes. And then we'll just keep working along here. Don't stay in any one place because you'll kind of melt the finish a little bit, which is probably not the best.
On the other side, the glue was almost gone as you noticed. We were done very fast. On this side, it isn't, but a little bit of heat makes it go away, right?
Well, it releases it. There we go. Watch your fingers when you're using the heat gun though, because it is pretty hot.
The heat is hot, huh?
Yeah. Just trying to tell people.
It looks like if you find a corner to put it a little underneath and
Yeah.
get a little bit of leverage, you can. Once you start it, it seems to be going faster, right?
Yeah. There. There we go.
Again, do not try to sand the veneer off, right? You would be there for days. Veneer should be removed, not sanded. All right. So the process continues, and I already like the contrast that we see there. We've done 3 of the 4 sides. and we're going to inspect the front now. But we're very pleased. The quality of the wood under the veneer is actually pretty good. And I'm surprised. Again, this is what was a 1938 piece of furniture, so we're going to take care of it. We do not want to damage it, and we're going to keep as much of the original as we can, right? So we're just about finished with removing the veneer. And of course, because this is a 1930s piece of furniture, there are no plywoods underneath. Everything is solid wood, even after the veneer. It's just not oak, or I'm sorry, it's not walnut or mahogany underneath. It is oak or pine. Yeah. So it is not a higher quality wood, but it will look fantastic when we're done regardless. So we're very pleased with what we're been able to do so far. And we are going to move on to the next steps.
So we have the veneer taken off, and I'm really liking the fact that we can choose to do a contrast of stain and either paint or, you know, a lighter stain, something like that, because it really pops the drawer out and highlights the design of the cabinet. So we're going to kind of think about what we might want to do here, and then also on the sides where we have taken the veneer off. And I think that for the rest of the structure, probably we'll take it down and then restain it, you know, a stain that will bring it all together. It's got a lot of spots on it. It's got a lot of wear. So we'll probably do one of our favorite stains and then have a contrasting color.
It is a little bit old, so it's been well loved, so the wear and tear on it is legit, right?
Yep.
But you can see all the, like, it's water staining and that sort of thing, so all of that'll disappear with the new
It's
finish.
okay though, because refinishing doesn't mean making it perfect. You can still leave character in it.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't mean making it look like new. Now, someone was stupid enough to cut the legs off, the feet off, and I know that you can repair this. I don't know if I can. I don't have the skill, but I've seen people repairing this, like putting a piece of wood and then shaping it. I don't know if I can do that, and I might try that in the future. For now, I think we're going to leave them as they are.
What we might do though is just round it off as much as possible so that it doesn't stand out as sharp corners. Just kind of do some sanding to round it out, and then give it a good coat of
So
stain.
here's what that looks like, and then here's what the other leg is looking like. They should all look like that. Okay.
So we're moving quite along. As you can see, we've done the legs. It takes some time, and I haven't decided if we're going to remove and redo those or not. I'm talking about the hardware now. We may or may not do that depending on how we feel about it. But the processes we're going to use are the same throughout, as we showed you, right? Just elbow grease and patience and so forth. And then you have to decide how you want to finish it. We were lucky. This is all solid wood. There are no plies here. And technically you could stain it if you choose a dark stain, the same stain. It will never be identical, and we decided we like the contrast. So we're going to have a contrast in those areas.
Okay.
Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, a thumbs up will be appreciated. If you didn't, the other button works as well. Share, like, subscribe. Let us know what else you might want to watch in future episodes of the Urban Homesteading channel. From Dr. Wizard, Mrs. Wizard, and Elpida, stay safe, wash your hands, put your masks on, and get vaccinated. So we're going to see you again in our next episode. Stay safe, friends.